And we are live.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello. Well, and welcome. I was just saying that in our message, actually, how rare it is that the two of us are actually going live at this point. And it's a special treat. So today is the very last day of January 2024 already. I can't believe that this month went by like whoop, like nothing else before. But we have some good things to talk about today. Let me just make sure that my emails are closed. And I hear you beeping as well, Seth. I don't know if you can close your emails or so because it goes bing, 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 bing.
We don't want any bing bing.
No, 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 no. So, if let us know if you can, if you watch us, if you see us, we are going live in one, two, three, four, five different on five different channels, and some of you might be coming in from Aromatherapist in Business, and the other ones from YouTube, and the other ones from one of our groups. So, I got a thumbs up. That's perfect. We have a couple of things we wanted to talk about today, and number one is our partner program. We are so excited about this one. Hear you, see you, hear you, hear, see you. What? Jackie. Hear, see you, hear you. Okay, you're confusing a German over here. Not good. Anyway, we have two things we want to talk about. First of all, our partnership program, if you like to join, how to join, and one more time, what the goodies are about it. And then the second thing is going to be that we got an email from Carrie this morning, literally this morning, saying that her entire website got scraped and hacked and it shows up on a different platform. And she is always so sweet and thinks about everyone else. And she actually suggested that we might want to talk about this as we are in that type of industry, but also because it is a pain if you get hacked. So Seth will take on that part. Is that true?
That is true.
So let's get started. So first of all, if you already have Blend Precisely, we dearly, highly recommend and invite you to be a partner of Blend Precisely. And I will just share my screen for a moment. Present, share screen. I'm really good at that now. And here we go. You should be seeing our screen. So first of all, there's our website. Second of all, what does Blend Precisely do? We are a software program for specifically aromatherapists, formulators, herbalists, anybody that is creating blends. And we do also offer monthly and yearly memberships or subscription services. So you can actually use the program at its finest. And what we have now done as well is that we created, or we went to a new platform where we created a really comprehensive, beautiful partner program that where you can see everything you do, share, blend precisely, and get paid for it. So if that is something you want to do, you can do, you will be earning 40%. And that is a recurring commission for anybody who signs up through you. You get a unique link. You can share Blend Precisely with your unique link. And as long as the person stays on board, you will be also getting 40% of that. That is a very high commission rate, hardly seen in any industry. Often it is around 10%, 15, sometimes up to 30. We decided for 40, and that is just because first of all, we have people on here that have been with us for a long time, so we want to say thank you. They have been talking about Blend Precisely, but this way they can also earn some money with Blend Precisely. So you can either go through the partner program here, or I put a link already in the description above, I guess, or below where you're watching this one. And this one is how it looks inside. It's you really get your own dashboard. You have your link available at all times down here. You will see your referrals, your clicks, your customers, and your unpaid earnings yet. Then you will see the details every month, how much you earned with Blend Precisely. And then you will also be able to see the referrals when they're coming from. Seth, are you paying? But I actually canceled you. So we were testing it. And then we also have the payouts here available. So you will get your money directly 30 days net into your PayPal account with a minimum payout of $25. And that will basically, you will be able to cover your Blend Precisely costs if you own it. And you will also be able to make some extra money. So 40% of a yearly subscription right now is around $70 per sign up. So that is already quite something. So you can do that, and you have a whole dashboard available for you, so you can go ahead and do this. If you're coming in through a school, then please do contact us, or as an association, contact us as well, and we will be able to help you there. So that is our partner program. And again, we have the login information in our post, but I will also, while Seth is speaking about the next one, I will put this into the details here as well. If there are any questions, do let us know. Melanie, hello. Shannon, hello. Hello. Shannon, there's no hello. And then Jackie, yeah, it's generous and we appreciate everything. This community is really, really special, and we love this community, and it means a lot to us to get your feedback. Any referrals are always welcome, just because also, there's just a lot of work behind a software program. It costs a lot of money, and we want to make sure we can deliver everything you need. Hello from Las Vegas. Well, what are you doing in Las Vegas again, Shannon? You just were there. You went for U2, right? I mean, hello. I want to go. You didn't invite me this time. Yeah, see, Seth, you don't invite me either. Okay, so I'm going to stop well, maybe I leave it open, but do you want to share your screen as well, Seth, for everything website related?
Yeah, we can do that when there's when we get to the segment about web scraping and all of that.
Yeah, we are actually okay. So maybe I just will stop sharing our screen right now, and then we can talk and hop over to topic number 2. Good question. Just one more. If we had an old referral link, do we have to re-sign up? No, we will move you over, Jackie. So we will move the existing ones over, and you will also get the 40% commission with that. So you will continue to have whatever you brought in already with customers, and then we will transfer you over, and then you will get an invitation. Good question. I actually meant to do to say that. Thank you for the reminder. And Shannon, I think you're starting to cheat on your husband, if it's again you too. Okay, so let's get going. I'm going to stop my screen, and then I'm going to hand over to Seth, and we will be talking about what happened to Carrie, A, and B, also if it is something you should be looking out for, and so on. So I'm going to hand over.
Okay, so web scraping. So Carrie was alarmed because her blog content was suddenly on somebody else's website. And
also Instagram posts and pictures and everything else was showing up. And I don't know, you have the website available to just show? I can pull it up too, actually.
We can do that. I can demonstrate things with our own website. I kind of want to be a little confidential about Carrie's own website without showing what she's got going on there.
Okay.
One of the first questions that we got about this is, how can this happen? And the answer is very easily. So anything on the web, on a web page, you're basically like you're in a mall and somebody has a camera and they can take a picture of you and it's not illegal. So everything that you see that's accessible, that doesn't have a password blocking it or some other mechanism like CAPTCHA or two-factor authentication or that sort of thing, you're public. You're basically saying that like everything on this page that you can see is public. And there's tools. For example, I'll just show you one very quickly. It's called wget, and I can very quickly pull down Blend Precisely's website.
Did you want to share your screen?
Oh, it says that I'm sharing. Am I not sharing?
Oh, I have to add it to the stage. Let's put it on the stage. Here we go.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
All right. So you should see a big white screen with a bunch of letters on it. That's, as a developer programmer, this is my happy place where I talk to everything. For most people never see a terminal, but I can type in some commands like the one that you see on the screen, and I've just scraped my own website. So let me show you what that looks like.
Can you maybe just quickly explain what scraping actually means?
Oh yeah, very sorry. So scraping is basically taking all or part of somebody else's website and pulling it down to your computer to do whatever you want with it. So there's good and bad scraping, and there's automatic and manual scraping. So there's, let's see, how do I say this? Good scraping is, say you are trying to access taxpayer paid funded research that's on a public website. That's completely legal, completely ethical, no problem. For example, in the realm of aromatherapy, excuse me. Let me get the doggies outside here. We needed to get information about IFRA, and because IFRA has regulations about things that affect all aromatherapists, and it's much easier if I scrape data from the official site and get the proper data and process it in a way that helps me help you. So similarly, there's automatic scraping, which is called bots, is the colloquial term for it. And a bot helps research everything on your site. It helps you do SEO. Every search engine in the world, you want them to see your site so it can promote your stuff. So those are the good sides. The bad side is about 40% of all internet traffic are the bad guys. And they have no problem plagiarizing, stealing, looking for anything they can use for identity theft or credit cards, or in Carrie's case, what it looked like initially was somebody was just trying to steal her stuff. In fact, it was something slightly nicer. It's a company in South Korea, and they wanted to show a variety of different health practitioners and what they do, but they didn't ask her. They just went and grabbed her stuff. And so it's not illegal for them to do that because it's public. So illegality comes into place when it's how they use it. If they use it without your permission, if they use it to make money at your expense, those are obvious legal concerns. So anyway, that's how it can happen. So let's see if I can get back to my web page here. How do we get there? Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is the original page, blendprecisely.io, and I open up the file that I just downloaded, and let's find that. 1 second. blendprecisely.io, and as you can see, it looks very, very similar. But the difference is this is a file on my computer, and this is where I got it from. So a lot of times this doesn't work out because it's just, there's a lot of complexity in how websites are made. but it's just that easy. I ran a command on the command line. Boom. That was
Okay,
it.
wait, what did you just do? So you basically scraped our website and then you were able to just put it up.
Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't really matter what it's called, but there's a command called wget. There's many others, curl and tools that programmers and people
Yeah.
like me are very familiar with. And
But,
that's basically all I did is said, give it to me, and it gave it to me.
oh my
So
goodness,
yeah,
that went fast.
yeah. So there's nothing stopping anyone from doing that. So the good news is, if you don't want people to do that, there's services that you can purchase to take care of that. So, for example, we use Cloudflare, which is how do I say this? Cloudflare is a wrapper around where your content lives, whatever website you're on, and they have special tools to say we're going to block all the bots, we're going to block all the scrapers as best we can. In general, security and protection is kind of a multi-layered process. So, for example, if you take the model of a house, you can put a lock on your door, but that doesn't stop the guy that'll break the window. And so, if you want more protection, like you see in a lot of more dangerous parts of the world, they put grates on the windows, so you can't get in even if you break the window. That doesn't stop the guy with a chainsaw. That doesn't stop the guy with a bomb to break down your wall. So it's all about you making it difficult for people that are trying to get you.
So Jackie says it's a website condom.
Yes, Jackie, something like that. So
where would we be without Jackie? That was so easily explained.
Jackie, thank you for clarifying that thought. So let's see, what else have we got?
I just wanted to mention, Seth, I know that Carrie already requested to take her stuff down from that website. Yeah. And I just wanted to show quickly what happened.
Yeah, I'll stop sharing.
Yeah, just here it is. So they took it down already. So Carrie sent, how do you call those letters you sent over to someone who...
cease and desist request.
Yeah, so she sent that letter over to Find Health Clinics. I guess under About you can find the information, but it was right here. So I guess they must have taken it down already because you can request immediately. So as a first point of action, is that something you would say everybody should do if they see their stuff got stolen? Just send them immediately a letter or an email?
Yeah, in this case, she was fortunate because they probably thought they were doing a good thing by giving her a presence in some other site and giving her, but they didn't really ask her nicely. So that's a problem.
Yeah. I'm going to put this just in. That is the site Carrie's information was on, but it looks like they took it down already.
Yeah. So good job, Carrie. Well done. So I've definitely had some websites attacked, and I've had my content completely replaced. It's happened about 15 years ago when I didn't know nearly as much as I do now. So your options go way up as far as protection. The more you have, the closer you are to a programmer and security people and services, they'll help you out. So if you don't have those things, you're kind of obligated to go buy a service of some sort. And sometimes it's expensive. There's a wide range of help out there, all the way from super expensive to nothing. So you'll just have to look around. So
just quickly, Jackie asked, how did she find they had her stuff in there? Actually, you know what? I don't know because she sent us just an email and I think maybe she is not online right now. But I will keep this up and maybe we should ask her tomorrow in our on our goal setting call as well how she found out. Probably by chance because it's not. Is there a service you can actually check if your website has been like compromised, or do you know of
There
anything?
are tools. My memory doesn't tell me exactly what it is right at the moment, but
Okay.
yeah, there are tools for monitoring plagiarism or if your name shows up somewhere else, but plenty of tools to do that, depending on exactly what you want to be doing. So I did want to point out and make sure it's clear that sometimes it's good to have bots because they help you, and other times it's very bad. So uh, anything that's personal, credit card information, this is all really obvious stuff, and I'm sure you all know it. But one of the key things, easiest ways to subvert the bots is make images instead of text, because the bots operate on reading text on your screen. So they don't read images.
So,
Uh,
but then you run into the problem that you don't have the SEO stuff
that's
because
correct.
so you mentioned just that the good stuff is SEO as well, and so you can be actually getting a good ranking in on Google. So if you just use images, it's really hard for you to get the ranking. So that's a chicken and egg problem.
Yeah, I think that the general rule is that you want to be in a position where you want to say, please steal my stuff, because you're trying to get noticed and you want more people to see you and all of that. Um, so when you have a blog, um, that's a little bit of a difficult one. Um, I don't have a good answer for it. I'm not sure anybody really does. But there's a plethora of tricks, and I could list them all for you here. I don't think it would be meaningful without getting very technical and talking about all the tricks. But it's one of those things you need to talk to somebody who's very versed in it if you are concerned and you want to protect yourself. I did want to relate a personal story. Once upon a time, I was very much into music, and one of my friends was good enough to go into a level where he could be getting on labels and doing something at a more professional level. And he was extremely paranoid about whether somebody would steal his stuff. And what we discovered is that unless you're a certain size, nobody cares. Nobody's going to bother, essentially. They could, but it's completely pointless, um, because they didn't. The people that would do that, from inexperienced people that have no notoriety, um, it just doesn't matter. At a higher level, it matters like a whole lot. So another story, if you fast forward in time, Katrin and I had a house in California and we did Airbnb. And one of our guests was a lady that had created this netted green bag that you found in all the health food stores everywhere. And her story was that she had been making lots and lots of money with this, and she didn't have to work anymore. And some very large company just said, well, we're going to do that too. And they basically stole everything from her, and she had no more business. So um, it's not a nice world, and there's a lot of criminality, a lot of people using their creativity to do bad things, which is unfortunate because they could easily take that same creativity and do wonderful things. But some people have that needle that goes the wrong way, and apparently a lot of them. So there, I said my piece. Yeah. So, I mean, even within the aromatherapy community, we hear a lot, and we keep some secrets about what happened and where it happened and who did it. But even within the aromatherapy community, there are people that steal from each other. And I wish it wasn't the case, but people are people, and they exist in any community. And I'm sorry it happens, and I'm sorry for the people that it happened to.
Yeah.
And I would certainly wish I could say something about it in a very big, loud way, but it's it, it would cause problems for the people that were hurt and for the people that hurt them. So it's not our
Yeah, I
job to
think
make
you
a
got a
mess of
good
other people's lives.
Sorry, I think you got a good point there that if something like with the Find Health clinics, for example, right now, when we dug a little bit deeper, we do believe that they actually meant well to just spread the word more. The nice way would have been to contact Carrie and ask, can we use? It is creepy if somebody just scrapes your data. I think that is more than it seems like somebody broke into your house and is just stealing the stuff away, which you over years built up. And I think that is almost more hurtful than finding it maybe on this Find Health Clinics website. I do think there are certain ways where you definitely should be contacting the person, and she did the right thing actually, and it is already down. It just happened this morning, so they took it down immediately, it looks like. So I think that is always the first step, and I've seen that a lot with copywriting and everything else. People send this letter, whatever it was called, I keep on forgetting, and that mostly is already enough and it helps. But I think we will not get around content stealing in general, because especially now with AI, it's pretty much on your silver platter, just paraphrased and everything. So we have to just be careful. And that's why I think we always talk a lot about demand letter. Thank you, Shannon. That's why we always talk about is at the end of the day, everything exists already on the internet and also outside of the internet. And how you present it. I mean, this website, for example, was completely ugly when it was up. Nobody is probably going to ever look at that. And that is where does your worry come in? Does it come in because somebody put some lookalike text of yours out there? Or is it because what are you afraid of, really? And that, I think, before you panic, think about this. Is this maybe a good thing that her website was mentioned on another website because backlinking is a positive thing? Or is it because they mentioned her website there? They also mentioned her contact information there. So in this case, it might have been a positive thing for her. But there are times where you don't want to have that. And those times you do want to send that letter. But in general, what Seth said, you do want to have publicity. You want to be mentioned on several different websites. You do want to have people talk about you. And that's important in business as much as we do need to look out what has been compromised. And, I read up once, for example, recipes, cooking recipes. It's completely legal to steal somebody else's cooking recipe and repost it. And you see a lot of websites having the same recipe on there, how to make pancakes. It's the same ingredients and sometimes even the same wording, but you can actually not do anything about it. You mentioned, Seth, this morning as well, when we talked about it, putting your copyrights on there. But even those will not prevent a ton.
Right. There's all kinds of mechanisms. For example, there's a file called a robots.txt file that says to the general world, these are okay places to visit on this website. And the bad guys, they don't care. They just ignore it. But it's sort of like a copyright that says this is okay. And that's essentially what a copyright is essentially intellectual property. And if you have the money to defend it, that's what counts. If you don't have the resources to defend a patent or a copyright, it's, for all intents and purposes, it's meaningless. But it does give you the basis for saying, hey, don't steal this stuff, and then do something about it later. So I have a long history in the corporate world. And one of the goals of a company in the technical world is to do what they call a technical moat. And basically what that means is you're going to put so much creativity and energy and value in a product that for a competitor to replicate it, it would take them years. So that's one of the primary goals. Today, with the advent of AI, it's getting increasingly easy for robots and AI to just steal everything. And one of the concepts of our mentors is Stu McLaren. We love this guy. He was talking in his yearly address that content has been devalued because of AI. So the emphasis is going away from making money by pure content, which was highly valued pre-AI. And now we need to look to other things to put our energy into that is not so much based on content. But we can talk about that later, and I'm sure Katrin will bring that up in one of her many business
Oh, I
posts.
have already many times. It's really bring the other stuff to the table. I think the content itself lies inside of you, the you who presents what your knowledge is. Show up on video, show up on audio, don't hide anymore, because your biggest value of your business is you yourself. Everything else can be taken. And that's why I think it is so important to show up and be whoever you are in this world we are in to make a difference. And don't worry about so much what is happening on your website. If you show up with your own words, with your own face, with your own knowledge, it's really hard to steal that one. I mean, there you need quite a bit more than an AI. So I'm hammering that a lot right now, lately, especially to really show up much more as who you are in your business and not so much about another blog post. The blog posts are important every week, but you could also take the blog post and make a video of it and or put it on audio so that it becomes your own voice. And that's pretty much it. So we know it happens. Facebook accounts get shut down. Everything is crazy out there. Find your own little way to deal with these things and show up in a different way.
Sounds good.
All right. Okay, well, maybe we see you in our partner program. Maybe if you have more questions for Seth in regards to security and safety, he is in that field. He was in that field. He will continue to be in that field just because of Blend Precisely itself. And yeah, we value, of course, security highly and also take good care of everything we have from you in our systems. So there he spends a lot of time in. Unfortunately, we could go out for dinner instead, right? But no. Okay, everyone, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And we will see you back next week as usual. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. And talk to you very soon. Some of you tomorrow already.
Okay.
Bye. Ciao,
Bye.
ciao.